We know that when euro rates are lower than dollar rates, the forward price of the euro dollar is then higher than the spot price. This is because when we sell euros forward, we have to buy euros spot and borrow US dollars spot. Borrowing dollars is more expensive for the bank than placing euros, and the bank has to charge a higher price to the customer for the euro forward to take into account this difference in rates. When the forward price is higher than the spot price, we say that the euro is at a premium to the dollar. And equally, when the forward price is lower than the spot rate, which will be the case when the euro rate is higher than the dollar rate, the euro is said to be at a discount to the dollar. For example, let's use the following market data. The euro-dollar spot rate is 1.25. The euro 6-month interest rate is 0.5%. The dollar 6-month interest rate is 2.5%. And the basis is 180 over 360. Well, that equals a half. The forward price is the spot multiplied by 1 plus the dollar interest rate multiplied by 180 over 360 divided by 1 plus the euro interest rate multiplied by 180 over 360, and that equals 126.25. The I stands for the interest rate. But you can see here that we've used the mid prices of each of these market data. In fact, normally when we use market data, we should be using the market spread prices rather than the mid prices. That is, the bid or borrowing prices on one side and the seller or lender prices on the other side. The introduction of these spreads will seriously complicate the calculation of forward prices, because at each step of the calculation, we have to determine which side of the spread we should be accounting for. Let's look at a simple problem. We've got a US customer importing products in euros. So the customer has to buy their products in 6 months in euros. Let's say, for example, that the customer has to spend an amount of 1 million euros. So let's use 180 days this time. So the market data will be different, as we'll use the market data with the spreads. That's to say, with the bid-ask prices. The euro-dollar spot rate is 1.25 to 125.05. The 6-month euro rate is 0.47% to 0.53. The 6-month dollar rate is 2.47 to 2.53. And the basis is 180 over 360. So we have to analyze the operations to determine which side of the spread we are for each of these transactions. For lending euros, the operation requires an investment of euros bought today. It's therefore necessary to take the borrower side of the spread, as the borrower side is always the worst side for the bank. It's the side where you receive the lowest interest rate. So here, the bank will therefore lend euros at the rate of 0.47% over the period. For the purchase of euros today, we must buy euros, again the wrong side of the spread. So we buy at the most expensive 125.05. The bank borrows dollars today. For the third time, we take the worst side for the calculation, borrowing at the highest rate. We take here the rate of 2.53% for the US dollar rate. So we're going to use the following data. The euro-dollar spot at 125.05, the 6-month euro rate at 0.47%, the 6-month dollar rate 2.53%. These calculations will therefore the forward rate will equal the spot of 125.05 multiplied by 1 plus the offered dollar interest rate of 2.53% multiplied by 180 over 360 divided by 1 plus our bid rate of 0.47% multiplied by 180 over 360, and this all equals 126.34. It's not that the bank wants to charge the euro at the highest possible price to the customer, but this is the result of the 3 operations that will be done for the bank at these 3 prices. Equally, we can see that for a European importer of products in dollars, who would then need to buy dollars and sell euros forward, the calculation will be done with the other sides of the spread. So they would use the euro-dollar spot rate of 125, the 6-month euro rate of 0.53%, the dollar 6-month rate of 2.47%, and the basis of 180 over 360. So their calculation, the forward rate becomes 125 multiplied by 1 plus 2.47% multiplied by 180 over 360, divided by 1 plus 0.53% multiplied by 180 over 360. And that equals 126.21. So we've got a forward price with a bid-ask spread where the forward price is 126.21 to 126.34. Compare this with the spot price, the euro-dollar spot of 125 to 125.05. The difference between the forward prices and the spot prices gives us the swap points. And the quote then becomes 121 to 129 swap points. So we can say that the swap points are 121 to 129 or 121 pips to 129 pips.